Hello everybody, welcome back to another 8:30 crew video. I'm Lex signing in. Today we'll be trying out an automated dungeon master using ChatGPT. So, in my prior videos I talked about how I wanted to use GPT as a DM, and I'm going to play a solo campaign. This will be chapter 1. We'll see how it goes. We're going to use GPT-4, and it has a 50 message limit. So once we hit that 50, it will downgrade to 3.5. We may continue, but I'm more confident using 4. So let's go ahead and go to our DM view. So I have this view here that will show the messages and our responses. We will be able to also hear GPT speak to us. And I also have my sheet view, my character sheet ready when our dungeon master prompts us to roll. So, if everything works out, we will start now. I'll type in I'm ready. I can also talk to it using speech to text, but it's a little iffy, so we might just stick to typing. Let's go ahead and start our campaign.
You find yourself in the small, bustling town of Fairwind, known for its lively market and the infamous Thieves' Guild. You've heard rumors about a hidden treasure deep within the Whispering Woods, guarded by mysterious and dangerous creatures. The local inn is filled with adventurers, merchants, and the occasional shady figure. You have the option to gather information, buy supplies, or head straight into the woods. What will you do next?
Okay, so we're in Fairwind, and it looks like a point of interest is the Whispering Woods, along with the current, I believe we're in the local inn, so pretty common setup. Let's go to our character sheet and see how much gold we got. I have 15 pieces of gold, so I'm currently, that's my current equipment. As a rogue, I have arrows, daggers, leather armor. I'm going to equip my leather armor for now. I have a short bow and a rapier. Let's see if we can gather information. Let's go back to my DMV. Okay, let's see. Let's talk to the locals about any rumors regarding the dangers of Whispering Woods.
You head over to the crowded tavern in the center of town. The atmosphere is lively, with laughter and conversations filling the air. You spot a group of local farmers enjoying their drinks and a lone bard strumming a lute in the corner. A couple of rough-looking individuals are seated at the bar, keeping mostly to themselves. Approaching the farmers, you engage them in conversation and inquire about the Whispering Woods. They look at each other nervously before one speaks up. The Whispering Woods ain't a place for the faint of heart. They say it's filled with all sorts of dangers, from lurking beasts to restless spirits. But the biggest danger of them all is said to be the Shadow Wraith, a dark creature that's neither living nor dead. Another farmer chimes in, if you're planning on going in there, make sure you're prepared. And for the love of the gods, don't stray from the path. The farmers seem genuinely concerned, making you wonder what really awaits you in the Whispering Woods. What will you do next?
Okay, so it's possible that these farmers have seen other adventurers travel into these woods and never return. So I'm going to ask it that, and this time I'm going to try to use the magical spacebar to talk to our DM, if it works. And fingers crossed that it gets everything translated correctly. So what should I say? I want to ask the farmers if they've seen adventurers themselves travel into the forest and ever return alive.
One of the farmers scratches his beard thoughtfully before answering, "Well, we've seen folks go in, adventurers mostly, like yourself. Some do come back, but they don't seem quite the same, if ye know what I mean. A few are too shaken to say what happened, while others just disappear into the woods and are never seen again." The other farmer nods in agreement. Best to be really prepared if you're adamant about going in there. Those that came back often had scars, both physical and mental, but they also had some fine treasures. Their words add a layer of complexity to the challenge ahead, but also stoke the flames of your curiosity. What will you do next?
I think I'll ask them, who should I see regarding getting supplies? Because I think I only have 15 gold. That's the problem. Maybe I can trade. Alright, let's see. When any of you fine gentlemen recommend any vendor for supplies, weapons, find gentlemen.
The farmers exchange a few glances before one of them speaks up. If it's general supplies you're looking for, Old Maggie's is the place. She runs a small shop just a stone's throw from here. Got potions, food, and other basics.
Potions.
For weapons, another farmer chimes in. I'd say head to Ironside Armory. The blacksmith, Dernan, knows his craft well. Ain't cheap, but you get what you pay for. Their recommendations give you valuable options for preparing for the journey ahead. What will you do next?
Well, let's see. Do I have a potion for healing? Alright, so 15 gold. Well, go to Old Maggie's.
You thank the farmers for their advice and make your way to Old Maggie's shop. As you enter, you're greeted by the smell of herbs and the sight of various supplies neatly organized on wooden shelves. Old Maggie, a stout woman with a kindly face, stands behind the counter. Ah, a new face. What can Old Maggie do for you today? She asks, her eyes twinkling with curiosity. You see potions, rations, ropes, and other adventuring gear displayed around the shop. What will you do next?
I'm going to ask to see if she has any potions of healing, but also mentioning how much gold I have. That's a way to bargain. Well, I only have 15 gold. Any deals for potions of healing?
Old Maggie looks thoughtful for a moment before replying, potions of healing are usually 50 gold apiece. However, times are tough, and you look like you could use a bit of help. How about I sell you one for 15 gold, as a special favor? But just this once. It's a generous offer, one that would leave you with no gold, but with a valuable potion that could save your life. What will you do next?
That's interesting. So, I started with 15 gold based on my character setup, and our DM knew how much gold I have without me even inputting anything. I didn't put how much gold I had during the setup process either, so I'm guessing 15 gold is a common start based on my character. Perhaps I don't know that much of the lore, but well, that's really intriguing. So, That is a big deal, so 50 gold usually. Uh, I don't think I have anything like that. Let's go back to my inventory. We have a flask, but maybe I could trade something. Oh, sorry. I'm looking through my character sheet without showing you guys. So a lot of this stuff is somewhat necessary during a camp, during an adventure. I don't think there's really anything I can trade. I got 2 daggers, 1 rapier. Crowbar. I wonder if I should look for work first, before even pursuing these Whispering Woods. That sounds like it's a main quest. So, let's go back to our DM. And, okay, let's see. Let her know that I changed my mind and inquire about work.
Old Maggie raises an eyebrow but nods. Changed your mind, eh? That's all right. As for work, I do have something that might interest you. I've got a shipment of rare herbs coming in, but the courier is late and I'm starting to worry. If you could go check on the courier for me, I'd be most grateful. The route is through the northern hills, not too far from the edge of the Whispering Woods. What do you say? She leans in closer. I could even throw in a healing potion as part of your reward, along with some gold, of course. The offer seems fair, and it might give you a chance to learn more about the area near the Whispering Woods. What will you do next?
Accept. I accept.
Excellent. Old Maggie says, her face lighting up. Here, take this small bag. It has a few of my signature trinkets. Show it to the courier so they know you're sent by me. She hands you a small burlap sack with some oddly shaped charms and a piece of parchment inside. The courier knows to expect someone with these items. You'll find them, or at least should find them, along the northern route. They were last seen near a waypoint, marked with a set of 3 large stones. Armed with this information and the bag from Old Maggie, you prepare to venture out. What will you do next?
Well, I'm going to equip my... I think I've already had my armor equipped. Yeah, my leather armor, so... 11. Okay. I'll keep all my weapons sealed for now. So, I have to go up north. Northern Hills, okay. Leave the shop and make my way towards the northern hills. So far, it's reading the text, speech
You
text.
thank Old Maggie and make your way out of the shop, heading in the direction of the northern hills. As you leave the bustling atmosphere of Fairwind, the scenery starts to change. The land becomes more rugged, and the forest looms in the distance, its canopy like a dark sea of green. After a couple of hours of walking, you reach the area Old Maggie described. A set of 3 large stones standing next to each other, almost like ancient markers. You see no sign of the courier, but there are 2 paths ahead of you. One that seems to go deeper into the northern hills and another that veers closer to the Whispering Woods. What will you do next?
So I'm noticing a pattern with, well, this is probably something I could have coded in with the initial prompt, the instructions, is that I'm going from like one place all the way to the next spot. There's no in between as far as like an actual DM would tell you, giving that you have complete control of your character's actions and what you say. An AI DM will put you in the area, and then when you accept something, depending on how it also responds too, has an effect on the results. But I'm already like at the location. I didn't have the ability to choose to go that path, like, and the AI didn't stop, have an encounter or something. So there is some hand holding, but in the instructions I did mention to be challenging, but fair to my level. So that's something I just kind of have to consider when doing AI DMs, that there's some hand holding, and you're kind of going to be in scenes like a movie. You're not real time. Like, it won't let you say, I'm going to walk up 15, I'm going to walk this way, and then, oh, look, what's around here? It will just put you in these very drastic different areas. So, but, that's all right. I expected it too. But just a notable difference I have to mention between this and the actual DM, like my friend Ryan or something. So, all right, so we thanked her. We're already there, like I mentioned. And after a couple hours of walking, 3 large stones, and I got two paths to take. So, deep into the northern hills, and it veers closer to Whispering Woods. So, I'm guessing probably go. Interesting. Oh, you know what? I'm going to look around for clues. Maybe we can get our first roll. First check. Scan the area for clues. I'll get my...
To investigate the area for clues, please make an investigation check.
Yes. So here we go. Let's go to our sheet. And we'll go to skills. No, this is a... Yes, skill. Skills. There we go. Investigation check. +2. We have, not bad, 18. Nice. Okay, let's tell our DM. 18. Oh, jeez.
With an 18, you take your time to carefully scan the surroundings. Among the usual forest detritus, you notice something unusual. Faint tracks leading down the path closer to the Whispering Woods. You also spot a piece of torn fabric caught on a bramble near the path. It looks like it could belong to a courier's uniform. These signs suggest that the courier might have gone down the path leading towards the Whispering Woods. What will you do next?
That's a good thing I did that. Alright, so... let's see, I'm going to... Well, I don't have to tell the AI just yet, but our DM, I should say. I'm going to equip... Let's see what I'm going to do. Let's put my sheet view here. My rapier. If I'm pronouncing that right. I'm going to equip that. And then back to our DM. I'm going to take the torn fabric and cautiously make my way towards the whispering woods. Oh, I got that, thank gosh.
You pocket the torn fabric as evidence and cautiously make your way along the path leading towards the whispering woods. The atmosphere grows tense as the canopy above thickens, casting eerie shadows on the ground. The wind seems to whisper through the leaves, as if the forest itself is watching you. After a short walk, you come upon a clearing where you see a cart overturned, its contents spilled across the ground. Lying next to it is the motionless body of a person dressed in courier attire. Before you can approach, you sense movement in the surrounding woods. Emerging from the shadows are 3 goblins, armed and looking eager for a fight. Could you please let me know your current level, so I can balance the encounter?
Alright, so there's the level I mentioned earlier about balancing the encounters, like I just said. So, right off the bat, we have our first encounter. Alright, excellent. I was actually hoping for that soon. So let me, oops. Yes. Let me inquire our... Let's get back to the main screen here. Alright. Level 1. Oh yeah, I was also going to add the torn fabric. I mean, it's a small little item, but I'm going to add it anyways to our inventory. I don't think it has that in... Yeah, it's actual lower. Back as an item. Torn fabric. Oops. Hopefully you guys can see that. I know it's a really small font. Fabric. I'll just copy what it said from here. You pocket a torn fabric. My bad back. There we go. Alright. Back to the DM, and then level 1.
Given that you're at level 1, you're facing 3 goblins, a reasonable challenge at your level. Their grimy faces twist into sneers as they see you, weapons at the ready. Let's roll for initiative to see who acts first.
Initiative, I have +4 on that. Whoop. 17. Go back to my... There we go. Actually, I should go to actions. Actions. Let's see. 17. I keep hitting enter. I forget when I'm in this collapsed view, which you guys can't see. I can't hit enter because it will just go to the next line down, so I have to click the arrow.
With a 17 initiative, you act before the goblins, who rolled a 10 for their initiative. You have the upper hand and the chance to make the first move in combat. What will you do?
Strike the first goblin. Or the closest goblin. With my rapier. The shift enter? Nope.
To attack the closest goblin with your rapier, please make an attack roll.
Alright. +6. 20! I'll just do this. I don't want to say a full crit, just 14 + 6.
With a total of 20 on your attack roll, you easily pierce the goblin's defenses and strike true with your rapier. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Alright. Damage? 11! Alright.
With 11 points of damage, your rapier skewers the goblin, and it falls to the ground, defeated.
Nice.
The other 2 goblins look shocked but growl menacingly, now more determined than ever. It's now the goblin's turn.
Okay, here we go.
One of them lunges at you with its scimitar, while the other tries to shoot you with a shortbow from a distance. The melee goblin rolls a 15 to hit, and the archer rolls a 12.
Oh.
Does either hit your AC?
See, I love that it asks, like I told it to. My AC is 15, which it does, actually. The first one does.
The goblin with the scimitar manages to just hit your AC, dealing some damage, while the arrow from the other goblin misses you, whizzing past your head. The melee goblin does 4 points of slashing damage as its scimitar grazes you. It's your turn again. What will you do?
4 points of slashing damage. Alright, so we have to go back to my sheet and add that to our damage. Oh, man. Alright. I love it. I love it. This is fun. Exactly what I hoped for. So, I will... Alright, let me go back to my DM. I will attack the goblin with the guitar. Oh no!
To attack the goblin with the scimitar, please go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay, so GPT was having OpenAI's little content policy. That's right, at least it went through. Alright, so attack roll. We have to... Okay, attack roll. $13. Actually, I don't think... We'll see.
With a roll of 13, plus your attack modifier, you manage to land a hit on the goblin wielding the scimitar.
Nice.
Please roll for damage.
Rolling for damage. 4, so we get 8. I'll just do this, I think, for now on, so it knows my modifier.
With 8 points of damage, your rapier finds its mark, slashing through the goblin's defenses and taking it down. It collapses to the ground, no longer a threat. The remaining goblin with the shortbow looks terrified, but seems cornered and ready to make a desperate move. It's the goblin's turn. It decides to drop its bow, draw a scimitar, and charges at you, fueled by desperation. It rolls a 9 to hit, which likely misses your AC. Your turn. What will you do?
Gee, I wonder what I'm going to do. I'm going to attack the remaining goblin with my rapier. Go back to our oh, I'm already on the sheet.
Go ahead and make an attack roll to see if you hit the remaining goblin with your rapier.
+6. Nice. Total 22. Keep doing that.
With a total of 22, your rapier strikes true, effortlessly piercing the goblin's defenses.
Damage roll.
Please roll for damage.
And we get 9. 9. Nope, not 99. Oh, 9 points. They knew what I
With
said.
9 points of damage, your rapier slashes through the final goblin, who falls to the ground, defeated and lifeless.
Nice.
The immediate threat is now over, and you're left standing in the clearing with the overturned cart and the fallen courier. You have successfully dealt with the goblins, but the situation with the missing courier and Old Maggie's shipment remains unresolved. What will you do next?
Let's go back to our DM. Loot the goblins.
You search the fallen goblins and find a small assortment of items.
Ooh, gold.
15 gold pieces, a rusty dagger, and a crude map drawn on a piece of tattered parchment. The map appears to depict some part of the Whispering Woods, with an X marking what could be a location of interest. Having collected these items, you now have options. You could investigate the fallen courier and the overturned cart, or you could try to decipher the crude map you've found. What will you do next?
Let's see. Take all. Investigate the courier. Yeah. First, let's add our inventory. Update our inventory. So we got 15 gold. Whoop. 15 gold. And then we have sorry, I'm not showing you guys. We have another dagger, but a rusty dagger. Let's see if there's a variation of dagger in the database. Just a dagger. So we'll add another one. And then we also have a crude map. So is there a map? Oops. Yep. Case, map, or scroll. Now the map, where is it? There it is. Let's see. Customize. I'm going to copy all those details and then copy into the notes. All right. There we go. Do a save. Yes. Perfect. So let's go back to the DM and finish our input. Okay, investigate the courier.
You pocket the 15 gold pieces, the rusty dagger, and the crude map before turning your attention to the fallen courier. Upon closer inspection, you see that he's still breathing, but unconscious and injured. You find another bag similar to the one Old Maggie gave you, confirming that this is indeed the missing courier. His cart seems to have been raided, but you notice one sealed box that appears intact, presumably containing Old Maggie's shipment of rare herbs. You have a few options. You could try to administer first aid to the courier, secure the shipment and head back to Old Maggie, or you could explore further, perhaps even following the X on the goblin's map.
Well, actually,
what will you do next?
This one's a given. I'm gonna help him out, and yeah, just head back with the shipment. Help the courier. Secure shipment. Go back to Old Maggie. Okay.
You quickly bandage the courier's wounds, stabilizing him as best you can. He starts to regain consciousness, mumbling his thanks. After ensuring he's okay for the moment, you secure the remaining shipment of rare herbs onto the cart. With the courier awake, albeit weak, and the shipment secure, you decide it's best to head back to Fairwind and Old Maggie's shop. The journey back is uneventful, and as you enter the shop, Old Maggie's eyes widen in both relief and surprise. My stars, you found him and the shipment. You've done more than I could have ever asked for, she exclaims. As promised, she hands you a potion of healing and adds, "Here, take 50 gold pieces as well. You've certainly earned it. You've successfully completed the task, gained some rewards, and perhaps made a lasting impression on the people of Fairwind. What will you do next?
Okay, awesome. So let's go ahead and update our inventory once again with the gold, mainly. 50 gold, I should say. Boop. 50 gold. Or 80, so we have more gold than I could have guessed for the first chapter. Potion of healing. We need to add that, which I know for a fact that that's a basic rules item. There it is. Add to backpack. Thank her and say goodbye. Make my way to the inn for rest. A long rest.
Thank you, Old Maggie. Take care, you say, offering a nod of gratitude before exiting the shop. You make your way to the local inn, where the innkeeper greets you warmly. You secure a room for the night and finally get a chance to relax. The bed is comfortable, and the room is quiet, providing a much-needed respite from the day's events. As you lie down, you think about the Whispering Woods, the dangers it holds, and the treasures it promises. But for now, you close your eyes, knowing that you've done well today and that tomorrow is another day for adventure. You successfully take a long rest, regaining all your lost hit points and refreshing your abilities. What will you do next?
So, let's go back to our... Let's see. Long rest. Yep. There we go. So we're back to normal. We're healed. And I believe this is a good point to conclude this chapter, because we did a fairly eventful task with some goblins and finding a courier who was injured, help him out, and bring it back some goods to a local vendor. So, a little recap as far as the mechanics of this. I really liked it. It was actually pretty good. Again, there's some points where, depending on how we respond, is also a problem. It does move you. It does what do you call it? Kind of like fast travel. That's actually a perfect term for this. It fast travels you to your next location that it has in mind. But I noticed if I probably am more specific on my typing, it will let you take the story real time in a way. But yeah, besides that, it worked out. GPT-4 is amazing for this. 3.5 in my testing was good, but not this detailed. The encounter was fun. The investigation check was great. It tracked initiative. It tracked attack rolls. It tracked handled the goblins. It handled narrative. Well, it did the character dialogue, the NPCs just fine, and it kept track of what was going on in the past and then completing the tasks. So it didn't forget about Old Maggie and the fact that there's still Whispering Woods for us to investigate and travel to, which will be the next chapter. So I was trying to make this video an hour, but I am tired and I got work in the morning. So this was a good little run. It was a test, also an actual start for this campaign, which I hope to continue between our actual our actual campaign, the Bastard Company, that has people in control. So this was very intriguing, and I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. Please feel free to comment below what you thought, what you would have done differently in the text, if you would prefer just talking to it or me just typing instead of talking, if you liked hearing the voice or you would prefer just to see text. For now, it's a mixture for me. It depends on what's going on. But yeah, that's really it for this chapter, which I don't actually have a title for this campaign, I just noticed. Let's go back to the top. We'll call this the Whispering Woods. That'll be the title for this campaign, the Whispering Woods. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time on the 830 Crew. I'm Lex, signing out.